She just accidentally touched the crystal lamp. The next second, the falling shards shattered the corner of the glass floor at her feet. And just then, a child upstairs casually threw a coin, blown by the wind into the ventilation ducts. It began a series of irreversible butterfly effects. On the dance floor, with the rhythm of the music, more and more people converge on the glass floor. Tiny cracks in the constant pressure began to spread around. At the same time, the coin tumbles through the pipes, eventually catching on an important mechanism. Seemingly unrelated details are already intertwined. Downstairs, a newly engaged couple is immersed in joy, but they never expected that the future would come to an abrupt end here. When the cracks spread to the edge, the boyfriend lost his footing and fell. Alice tries to call for help, but by now the crowd is in chaos, and everyone is just running for their lives. In the panic, someone knocks over the kitchen cook. The boiling hot oil splashes on passersby. Tashi runs wildly through the field in terror. Eventually, she came into contact with the leaking gas, causing a violent explosion. One mother hid her child in a food cart, but was unable to escape the fire. Half of the entire restaurant was instantly destroyed in flames. What started out as one of the most luxurious restaurants in the city was, in an instant, turned into the most magnificent tomb. The rest of us panicked and realized that the only way out was the elevator. But no one cares. The elevator can only hold 8 people at a time. In fear, everyone swarms into the elevator. Even Alice is pushed to the ground by an old man. But he doesn't succeed either, as the elevator door closes, trapping him between the gaps. The way out is cut short. In the lobby, everyone is like ants on a hot pan, waiting for death to come. Alice then realized that the objects on the table began to slide on their own. The whole building had begun to tilt and break. She fought her way up to the platform, while the rest of the people were swallowed up by the collapse. She escapes for a moment, but then she hears a strange noise coming from the side. Above a crumbling piano, the coin reappears and hits the lid impartially, triggering the final fall. The piano falls, triggering a chain reaction. The entire restaurant breaks in half, leaving Alice alone on the falling structure. She looks at the ring in her hand, her thoughts in turmoil. In desperation, a small familiar figure peeks out from the dining car. It turns out the boy is still alive. She rushed forward, picked up the boy, leapt forward just before the platform fell. The impact of the crash destroys everything on the ground. Their fate hangs in the balance again. Her fingers were caught in the steel beams, and at 10,000 meters, her chances of survival were slim. At that very moment, memories come flooding back. She clearly saw the scene of her boyfriend kneeling down and proposing to her. It was exactly the same as her premonition not long ago. She realizes that this is not reality, but a foreshadowing. Without hesitation, Alice rushes towards the child and snatches the coin from his hand. She ran downstairs to the dance floor. The cracks in the floor had widened. She rushed onto the stage, grabbed the microphone, and shouted. The crowd didn't believe her at first, until someone looked down and realized that the glass under her feet was really cracked in a terrible way.